Several dazzling energy waves easily shattered Yuan Qian's attack. "Senior, please stop you." Seeing the other's aggressive actions, Xiao Yin quickly spoke up. If the Immortal Realm provoked the center of the human realm at this time, it would surely be a suicidal move. Rest assured, Lord Xiao is the savior of our Immortal Realm, worthy of our trust. Even if this angers the entire human realm, or leads to the destruction of the Immortal Realm, we will not regret it. The loud voices rang out, shaking people to their core, but to Xiao Yin and the others, they felt comforting and reassuring. So, you see, every person you've protected will also protect you without hesitation when you're in danger, even if it means being shattered into pieces. Yun and the others appeared behind Xiao Yin at the same time. Yun's sharp eyes were tinged with a hint of sorrow, gazing at Xiao Yin with deep affection. Her eyes were a mix of grievance and relief. "Next time, don't do such dangerous things again." Moments later, Xun'er and Yun surrounded Xiao Yin. Xiao Yin replied softly, but looking at the atmosphere between Yun and Xun'er, something seemed off. Was this a sign before a storm? Or had they already resolved things privately? Humph. Although I never agreed with this, I'm not that petty. Seemingly sensing Xiao Yan's confusion, Xun'er put her hands on her hips and pouted. "Long live the first wife." Hearing this, Xiao Yin felt a weight finally lift from his heart. The four beautiful women, standing by the waterside. This is the last time. If there's a next time, Xiao Yin, you will die a horrible death. Just as Xiao Yin was feeling elated, a playful voice came from Xun'er's mouth. Xiao Yin could tell that Xun'er had reached her limit in making such a concession. If there was another time, with her personality, she might truly take action and end things. In the sky, Yuan Qian's body was being chased by numerous powerful figures, looking extremely disheveled. Good, Immortal Realm. You are declaring war on the center of the human realm. You forced me to do this. Yuan Qian's breath was erratic. As he spoke, he actually pulled out a silver-white scroll from his chest. The scroll was covered in ancient dust, but the fluctuations within it made everyone's expression change. A top-tier immortal technique combat scroll. Although few could wield it independently in the Great Thousand Worlds, with the center of the human realm's foundation, it was relatively easy for them to jointly seal the combat power into the scroll. Though this would dilute some of its power, the strength of a top-tier immortal technique was still terrifying. Seeing Yuan Qian so confident, it seemed certain that he would unleash this to destroy the entire abyss once again. Poof! The combat scroll was instantly torn apart, and waves of ancient energy poured out. The scroll was like a box filled with countless destructive powers. Once shattered, the energy surged forth endlessly, and its imposing presence caused everyone to pause. Top-tier immortal technique? Form the formation together. Yaoqi Saintess's mind tightened as she cried out. Ha ha ha. When did the mere ants of the human realm center have the guts to bully the descendants of the Xiao clan? A long, mocking howl echoed, and immediately, a greenish, ghostly light gathered from the abyss, a finger pointing out. The so-called top-tier immortal technique that surged out of the combat scroll was obliterated with a single strike. But it wasn't over. After easily destroying the top-tier immortal technique, the green demonic finger howled once more. Moments later, Yuan Qian, who had been smiling, now had a large, bloody hole in his chest that was impossible to ignore. Who? Stop pretending to be mysterious. I am from the center of the human realm. You are defying us. Are you seeking death? Yuan Qian's face was ashen, veins bulging on his forehead, especially when he saw the blood hole in his chest. His anger flared. Grumble. A series of green demonic energies surged to the sky, overwhelmingly powerful, stopping even the swirling abyss in its tracks. It was as if time itself had frozen. A mysterious, handsome man, enveloped in greenish energy, floated in the sky like a true demon king, his lips curling into a faint smile. On his skin, green light kept appearing, showcasing his unparalleled power. Under this figure, it seemed the fate of the entire world rested in his hands. Demon Emperor? Looking at this figure, Yuan Qian's voice trembled. From his understanding, The strength of the Demon Emperor wasn't particularly great, but that was after the Divine Road's baptism. Moreover, this person carried the secret of immortality, and even the many strong figures from the human realm center couldn't do anything to him. Demon Emperor, you attack me without reason. Do you wish to start a war between the human and demon realms? Yuan Qin growled at the handsome man. War between the realms? The Demon Emperor raised his hand lightly, and a domineering green stone tablet surged forth. The Realm Lord's command? You? At this moment, Yuan Qin's pupils contracted violently, as though he had seen something that filled him with fear. I am the Vice-Realm Lord of the Demon Realm Center. Xiao is under my protection. If even a single hair on him is harmed, he will die. Seeing Yuan Qin in this state, the Demon Emperor reached out a palm toward the void. Wham! With a single strike, the void around Yuan Qin instantly collapsed, and his entire body was dissolved in an instant, leaving only a faint silver beam. That was Yuan Qin's primal energy, just a trace. To shatter a top-tier immortal technique with a single strike and reduce Yuan Qin, who was at the 5th reincarnation stage, to such a state. How terrifying was the Demon Emperor's strength. I left you a trace of primal energy to allow you to pass on my message. Now that the extraterritorial evil clan is about to attack, if there is any more internal strife, our Demon Realm Center would be more than happy to join in. Although the Human Realm Center is strong, we in the Demon Realm Center are not afraid. The Demon Emperor's voice was calm, but there was an immense power within it that resonated deep in everyone's hearts. It seemed like a provocation, a warning to the people of the Human Realm Center. Yes, yes, yes. Yuan Qin gritted his teeth and then disappeared into the shadows. So powerful. This level of strength surpassed even the Dark Demon King and the Heavenly Emperor from earlier. You've grown quite quickly. After driving Yuan Qin away, the Demon Emperor finally approached Xiao. He gazed at him with a determined look, admiring him. Under the Demon Emperor's gaze, not only Xiao, but everyone in the abyss, felt a suffocating pressure from the immense demonic power that suppressed their aura and strength, causing them to instinctively bow in worship. The pressure was overwhelming. Though many strong figures around them knelt in reverence, Xiao and the other elites did not falter, gritting their teeth to endure. Long time no see, Senior Demon Emperor. With the pressure bearing down on him, Xiao bright voice rang out across the world. The Immortal Realm, at last. You, brat, not only have you progressed in strength at an astonishing rate, but you're starting to resemble those old, stubborn members of the Xiao clan. Haha. The Demon Emperor smiled faintly, and an invisible wave of energy emanated from him, like the Heavenly Emperor's pressure, shaking everyone. Even a casual gesture from the Demon Emperor released such intense and terrifying power. As his laughter faded, the Demon Emperor punched Xiao on the shoulder, clearly not holding back his praise. Senior, you're too kind. Oh. The immense pressure arrived, and Xiao forced a smile. Yet, a strange sensation began to flow along the Demon Emperor's arm into his body. Those energies seemed very subtle. This guy. I'll be leaving now. This time, there are many troublesome matters. Next time we meet, it might be during the next battle of the heavens. A soft laugh rang out, and the Demon Emperor vanished into the void, disappearing without a trace. Clearly, his mission had ended. Such a powerful being could come and go without leaving a mark, making him difficult to fathom. Now that the Demon Emperor has become the Vice-Realm Lord of the Demon Realm Center, it'll save some time for Kailin to handle the 10-colored sky-swallowing python's blood issue. Xiao thought to himself. However, he held a deep admiration for this figure. Whether in strength or character, the Demon Emperor truly deserved to be called a senior. Elsewhere, the abyss began to stir once more. The Jade Pool Holy Mother and others urged Xiao to leave. They had to work together to seal this place, especially the massive rift spanning across the upper 3 heavens. Even if it couldn't be sealed, effective measures had to be taken to suppress and isolate it. Otherwise, such a gaping hole in the upper 3 heavens would attract many troublemakers. After a brief exchange of pleasantries, everyone withdrew. Yun stored the Taiji Heavenly Emperor sword, and the aura within her body fluctuated erratically, while other strong figures entered seclusion. The battle was over, and it was time for the harvest. As for the Water Spirit Pearl, with 3 keys already in possession, there was no need for further consideration. After retrieving the Water Spirit Pearl, the Immortal Realms people held a discussion and decided to entrust its safekeeping to Xiao. The 5 Spirit Pearls were of immense importance, and they needed to be safeguarded by a powerful figure with enough strength and status to command respect. Xiao was undoubtedly the most qualified person at this time. With the Water and Fire Spirit Pearls in hand, Xiao still couldn't fully investigate what lay within them. Although these Spirit Pearls contained terrifying power, it seemed impossible to activate them. It was as if they were truly just keys to the lost paradise of legend. If only the Heavenly Emperor hadn't fallen so prematurely, he could have inquired about the whereabouts of the Earth Spirit Pearl. But this battle had left the Immortal Realm Center with only 2 remaining strong figures. The losses were heavy, and it would likely take years to recover. While Xiao and others entered seclusion, the Immortal Realms people were busy tidying up the aftermath. After a series of struggles, the losses in the Immortal Realm weren't catastrophic, except for the fact that, aside from a few individuals, nearly all the powerful beings at the heart of the Immortal Realm had been wiped out. This was undoubtedly a huge disaster for the Immortal Realm. Hey, kid. This is the core item for you to advance to a 9th-tier Sacred Grade Alchemist. The old man from the Alchemy Holy Hall said that with the Immortal Realm in such turbulent times, other rewards are temporarily withheld, but you're now considered the 3rd Elder of the Alchemy Holy Hall. In the future, if you need any recipes or materials, feel free to take them from the Alchemy Holy Hall. Basha Dragon King and Xiao were in a relatively quiet valley, both immersed in their cultivation. This guy. Xiao took the glowing green orb, gently closing his hand around it, sensing the immense power within. This was the key to reaching the 9th tier. Right now, they were in the heavenly pool of the Jade Pool Wonderland, undergoing the spirit-wandering tribulation. Clearly, it was necessary to be in such a mystical place, for it would make their efforts twice as effective. Stop pretending, you little brat. Aside from the rarity of 9th-tier sacred grade pills, the Alchemy Holy Hall has an extensive collection of other pills and materials. The Holy Hall is trying to show goodwill. With such astonishing combat strength and alchemical talent, your future accomplishments are bound to be limitless. From a distance, Basha Dragon King, in his turtle form of about 10 meters, continued speaking. Yeah. Xiao nodded, well aware of the underlying meaning. Now that it's all over, let's get to it. This time, I will help you awaken the water attribute, as a reward for your help in retrieving Basha's shell. Basha Dragon King muttered to himself, then entered a secluded state, needing to recover his energy in order to assist Xiao. Is it really that good? But the Basha shell has some cracks from my use. Will that be a problem? Xiao expressed his concern but decided to voice his doubts. I'll give you credit for still having a conscience. But after all, this is my companion artifact, nourished by my power. It will soon return to its original form. I see. Xiao was momentarily stunned. The sudden turn of events caught him off guard. However, what Xiao didn't know was that Basha Dragon King had seen great hope in him. The trace of the Golden Dragon King's aura and the emergence of the Demon Emperor only strengthened his thoughts. Helping Xiao awaken the water attribute would certainly cost him a lot of energy, but in the long run, it would be worth it. After all, this young man was a descendant of the Xiao clan. Based on his current strength and talent, even in ancient times, few could surpass Xiao within the entire Xiao clan. This was a good deal. Boom. In the void, Xiao sat cross-legged, carefully adjusting his internal energy, only to find something strange. My strength has reached the quasi-third reincarnation stage? But what about the reincarnation tribulation? This realization left Xiao somewhat stunned. His growth in strength seemed to be happening too quickly. It seems the use of demonic power, like a secret technique with great burden, pushed me to the peak of the second reincarnation stage. After devouring the 36th sacred flame, I reached the brink of the third, and the awakening of my water attribute has completely brought me to the quasi-third reincarnation stage. The third reincarnation tribulation is indeed powerful, but the strength of the quasi-third reincarnation stage is still insufficient to pass the tribulation. At least, one must reach the true third reincarnation stage. Attempting to force the tribulation like the dark demon is a shortcut, but too risky. Thinking about this, Xiao couldn't help but grin. This trip to the Immortal Realm, though filled with various trials, had ultimately yielded good results. With that, he began focusing on his cultivation. As for the glowing green mysterious energy before him, it was meant to help him break through to 9th tier alchemist. Combined with the soul source he had obtained earlier, meant to break through to true spirit-wandering realm, everything seemed to be heading in a positive direction. Once Xiao fully adjusted his state, that would be the real test. After all, both the spirit-wandering tribulation and alchemist tribulation were forces not to be underestimated. With his 9th tier alchemist abilities, quasi-third reincarnation stage power, true spirit-wandering realm soul strength, and nearly 600,000 formation patterns as a dove formation master, along with the preparation to devour the third sacred flame pill, it seemed everything was ready. Third sacred flame, wait for me. With that, Xiao entered deep seclusion. Having gone through several life-or-death battles, he now had a tremendous advantage. With the Nirvana Dragon transformation, his combat power was bound to rise to an overwhelming level. The shattered Immortal Realm, with the Heavenly Rift threatening to divide the entire realm, produced fluctuations of such magnitude that no one could shake them, leaving countless powerful beings in the Immortal Realm uneasy. Moreover, this rift is slowly expanding at an extremely gradual pace. If it continues like this, in a few decades at the shortest, or a century at the longest, the entire Immortal Realm may be utterly consumed and destroyed. The repair of the Immortal Realm has become an inevitable task. However, despite their best efforts, the people of the Immortal Realm are at a loss, with very few effective methods to stop or repair the rift. You say the Heavenly Emperor is not inherently evil. Why would he become such a vile person? The numerous seniors at the heart of the Immortal Realm have all perished. There must have been some covert manipulation by him. Yet, those 2 half-demonic gods and 4 Red King stage experts were able to cause such chaos at the heart of the Immortal Realm. Who knows? Maybe it's all been hidden too deeply. The real problem lies in the terrifying power of the Dark Demon and the treasure-gathering Immortal Gourd. Now that the top experts of the Immortal Realm have fallen, it's likely that we're ranked at the bottom of the 7 realm Psi. Perhaps. But I will reorganize the Immortal Realm and make it shine again. At the exit of the Jade Pool Wonderland's heavenly pool, Yao Ling and Yuru sat quietly, seeming like soul sisters. They gazed silently at the tranquil exit, chatting with each other. Sister Yuru, are you just giving up like this? Won't you feel regret? That descendant of the Xiao clan is quite impressive. It seemed as if Yao Ling thought of something, flashing a mischievous smile and showing her little white tiger teeth. A bit. But perhaps it's all fate. Yuru shook her head, evidently having completely let go of her obsession with Xiao after the recent calamity of the Immortal Realm. Although their relationship was good, Yuru knew that they could only ever be friends. Rather than being rejected by Xiao in the future, it was better to decisively let go now. Besides, she had been deeply taught by her master and the Moon God. In the future, perhaps she would fade away to save this world. The Moon God, a distant and mysterious concept. I asked my master. The artifact capable of restoring the Immortal Realm seems to be the Heavenly Stabilizing Divine Needle, ranked 6th among the Immortal Realm's treasures. But the Heavenly Stabilizing Divine Needle has been missing for countless years, its whereabouts a great mystery. According to some ancient texts in the Immortal Realm, the last recorded appearance of the needle seems to have been in the cave of the 6 Paths Reincarnation Immortal. With the Immortal Realm's fragmentation, even its rules and order are beginning to collapse. Only the needle can restore and establish a new Immortal Realm. After a moment, Yao Ling stopped smiling, her expression suddenly becoming serious. 6 Paths Reincarnation Hall? Is it the mysterious void where rumors have been spreading recently in the Great Thousand Worlds? The legendary sacred land that holds the third sacred flame on the sacred flame rankings? When Yao Ling spoke these words, Yuru's face tightened. Such an important matter couldn't be simple. Yes, rumors are rampant. Though we don't know the truth, many people are already moving. The third sacred flame. This will surely attract countless heavens chosen from the great thousand worlds. Yao Ling sighed enviously. As the master of the sacred flame, she knew exactly what the third sacred flame represented. The top 3 on the sacred flame rankings signified power and the ability to fight beyond one's rank. It was nearly the pinnacle of existence in this world. 6 Paths Reincarnation Hall, Heavenly Stabilizing Divine Needle. I will find it. Yuru stretched lazily, then, with light footsteps, began to leave. It's been 3 months now, Xiao, Xun'er, Yun. How much time do you have left? I've heard that the 6 Paths Reincarnation Hall is slowly becoming known in the great thousand worlds. If it continues like this, we might not make it in time. Xiao, this sacred flame is truly extraordinary. If you don't go, I believe you'll regret it. After finishing her words, Yao Ling left as well. Everyone had been in seclusion in the Jade Pool Wonderland, which was vast and contained many isolated spaces. However, the most mysterious and luxurious place remained the Heavenly Pool. Whoosh whoosh. Thank you, Senior. In the Heavenly Pool, Xiao had transformed from a sickly figure into a robust young man with a healthy complexion. You little brat, you actually have 3 attributes, fire, wood, and thunder, along with my water attribute. You're quite something. Baxia Dragon King seemed unwilling to transform into a human shape, still speaking to Xiao in his turtle shell form. In the past 3 months, Xiao had first restored his peak strength. After a short period of recuperation, he consumed the Soul Divine Source and reached the true Divine Source realm before attempting to break into the 9th tier Alchemist level. The breakthrough to a 9th tier Alchemist was extremely dangerous, fraught with peril, but Xiao successfully achieved it. Following that, his water attribute began to awaken. With 4 attributes combined, and even a top-tier water immortal technique from Baxia Dragon King, Xiao combat power reached terrifying levels. The next moment, after everything was ready, Xiao tentatively asked, "The Dragon Clan journey is a must. After all, that's the territory of my master, the Golden Dragon King. I know the exact location of the entrance, but I can't tell you. Your strength, compared to our vast Dragon Clan, is still too weak. Moreover, you carry the aura of my elder brother. I'm powerless to act. The aura left by my elder brother clearly forbids you from interfering in our internal conflicts. Naturally, I don't want to go against his will. You should focus on your cultivation. Who knows, there might really be a day when you'll be needed." The strength of the Dragon Clan is not something that can be compared to the level of the Immortal Realm Center. Baxia Dragon King continued, trying to comfort Xiao, but the hints in his words were glaring. By the way, this is the method to cultivate the 6th and 7th transformations of the Dragon God transformation. I'll give it to you now. A moment later, Baxia Dragon King took out a special scroll covered in countless dragon patterns from his tortoise shell and handed it to Xiao. "Senior, this is too precious. Don't talk about preciousness. I took this." "Took it? Don't talk nonsense. It's my own thing. How can it be considered stealing? Just take it. Right now, as long as you don't use it under the eyes of the other 8 Dragon Kings, ordinary dragon creatures won't be able to harm you. All right, I'm leaving. Farewell, little brat." After Baxia Dragon King finished speaking, his massive body slowly moved, leaving the Heavenly Pool and the Immortal Realm. He hadn't returned to the Dragon Clan in thousands of years, and didn't even know what the Dragon Clan looked like now. This senior. Xiao carefully stored the scroll, noticing that the cultivation for the 6th and 7th transformations required the power of the 3rd-tier reincarnation stage and 6th reincarnation stage. Next, let's see the message given to me by the Demon Emperor. It's probably something very important, given that it's only for me. After finishing all this, Xiao focused and let his soul power enter the glowing orb. "I thought you had forgotten about me?" As soon as he made contact, the energy turned into a green figure, floating in front of Xiao. A soul clone. Xiao Yin opened his eyes and immediately sensed the energy fluctuation that the Demon Emperor had left him. Senior, what is this? Xiao Yin looked at the energy clone of the Demon Emperor, still feeling a strong wave of power from it. His brows furrowed immediately. The reason why the Demon Emperor left a soul clone in his body was undoubtedly to tell him something hidden. Do you know why the Heavenly Emperor hates your Xiao clan so much? The Demon Emperor smiled, clearly preparing to explain some matters. I don't know. Xiao Yin shook his head, as he had many questions about the Heavenly Emperor. The Heavenly Emperor was once just an unknown figure, but your Xiao clan's ancestor, because of exterminating the extraterritorial evil clan, mistakenly killed his beloved. After the Great Heavenly War ended, the Heavenly Emperor held a grudge and sealed the dimensional rift, causing countless talents to be erased by the extraterritorial evil clan. Meanwhile, he secretly devoured the power of those powerful beings, among which were many from your Xiao clan. Later, using underhanded and sinister methods, he climbed his way to the position of Lord of the Celestial Realm. This time, if you lose the war in the Immortal Realm, he will turn around and enter the human realm, searching for the place where your Xiao clan is in slumber. With his abilities, it seems he already knows the Dark Demon's plot, but he wants to use its power to help him break through the 7th reincarnation tribulation. Unfortunately, he miscalculated with you as a variable. The Demon Emperor spoke softly. With his great power, he easily unraveled the ins and outs of the situation. I see. I suppose he deserves it. But, Senior, what do you mean by the Xiao clan's slumbering place? Xiao Yin nodded, then suddenly froze, his expression becoming hesitant. As I said before, your Xiao clan wasn't ambushed. After the Great Heavenly War ended, you chose to hide and sleep. Now, I found some traces. The reason they hid was likely to avoid being hunted down by some ambitious and treacherous experts in the Great Thousand Worlds. After all, rumors have spread that your Xiao clan's powerful figures possess the key to the Doshan stage. Of course, matters of that level aren't something you should be concerned with right now. The Demon Emperor spoke with great care, patiently explaining these matters to Xiao Yin. Though Xiao Yin's current strength wasn't enough to reach the peak of this world, his courage and disposition in the battle at the center of the Immortal Realm had already earned the Demon Emperor's approval. The 10 Yama Kings of the Xiao clan have already started moving under my guidance. They will join forces with me. Perhaps soon, we will discover the true location of your Xiao clan's slumber. After a moment's thought, the Demon Emperor spoke again, seemingly trying to reassure Xiao Yin. Xiao Yin exhaled softly, suppressing the thumping of his heart, and quietly spoke. Let's give it our all. The Demon Emperor did not respond directly to Xiao Yin, nor did he refute him. His distant voice faded away, and his soul clone completely vanished from this place. Fivefold reincarnation stage. The heavenly Tao reincarnation flame must be obtained. The heavenly pool fell silent once more. Xiao Yin furrowed his brow, clearly sensing the underlying danger in the Demon Emperor's words. Once the sleeping land of the Xiao clan was found, those supreme experts from the Great Thousand Worlds would likely stop at nothing to act. At that point, a true battle to the death might ensue. After all, the title of Do Shun carried an irresistible allure. No one could escape such a deadly temptation. Since it's all come to an end, I should emerge now. I wonder what the situation in the Immortal Realm is like now. As his words fell, Xiao Yin leaped up. Like a lion awakening from slumber, a tremendous and overwhelming energy wave slowly spread from the heavenly pool. The glassy, reincarnation power surged like rainbow beams, illuminating the surroundings. The immense disturbance caused the entire Jade Pool Wonderland to tremble. Outside, within the main hall of the Jade Pool Wonderland, many figures had long since gathered, their faces anxious, as though something important was weighing heavily on their minds. Boom, boom. A series of rainbow lights shot out, accompanied by deafening sounds that once again stirred the hearts of those present. The overwhelming energy wave spread, inexplicably triggering a sense of unease. What is that sound? Such a disturbance. Could it be an enemy attack? Several sharp-eyed guards gazed at the rainbow lights spreading across the sky, hesitating for a moment before speaking. No worries. As the entire Jade Pool Wonderland trembled, the Heavenly Pool Saintess' clear voice rang out, immediately calming the atmosphere. Xiao Yin, you're the last one. In the main hall, a beautiful figure rose gracefully, then turned her gaze toward the distant, slightly distorted void. Take your seat. Both the Heavenly Pool Saintess and Yao Wuchen, the two leaders, called out to Xiao Yin. The entire atmosphere in the hall instantly became quiet. Yuru, Yao Ling, Yun Yun, Little E, Princess Qianqin, Yun Yun, and the two elders. All 9 of them sat quietly in the main hall. Third on the sacred ranking, the Heavenly Tao Reincarnation Flame has been born. As soon as Xiao Yin took his seat, Yao Wuchen spoke up first, his voice not filled with joy but instead marked with deep concern. Heavenly Tao Reincarnation Flame? Xiao Yin was stunned upon hearing this. Before he could speak with Xun'er and Yun Yun, his expression shifted from surprise to an indescribable joy. This is the news about the birth of the sacred flame, gathered by the powerful beings of the Immortal Realm. As the Heavenly Pool Saintess spoke, a delicate silver scroll emerged in her palm. As the silver scroll unfurled, a hazy image formed before everyone. The image revealed a world of flames being consumed by raging fires. The void here seemed on the verge of collapsing, giving the viewers a chilling sense of discomfort. Within the fiery world, faint orange-golden flames flickered in the void. These flames seemed to carry an ancient, powerful aura, suffocating in its intensity. What is this power? Xiao Yin extended his soul power, gently probing the image on the scroll, trying to delve deeper into it. A sudden wave of weakness and dizziness overtook him. Just as he was about to touch one of the faint orange-golden flames, his 7 layers of spiritual chambers were instantly scorched. A powerful, destructive aura surged out. The feeling was akin to recklessly stepping into an unknown and perilous world. Little brat, are you courting death? Yao Wuchen's face instantly turned pale. His palm raised with a burst of power, calming the fluctuating energy around Xiao Yin. However, this action left Yao Wuchen weakened, clearly nearly exhausting himself to quell the disturbance. In the image above, the fiery world appeared frozen. When the faint orange-golden flames emerged, they carried an earth-shattering force that could destroy everything. This kind of power made the sacred flame wielders present feel an uncontrollable frenzy rise within their own flames. This intelligence scroll was collected by a powerful being from the Space Intelligence Trading Tower, so it naturally holds such power. The third-ranked sacred flame on the sacred flame list contains terrifying power. Even if it's faint, none of you here can resist it with your current strength. Yao Wuchen sat weakly in a wooden chair, speaking weakly, his voice carrying the weight of the close call he had just experienced. That overwhelming fluctuation had nearly harmed his core. Xiao Yan's heart was filled with trepidation, his gaze fixed intently on the still image before him. The ability to integrate scenes and powers from that fiery world into an information scroll indicated that the Space Intelligence Trading Tower must be home to a true powerhouse. Otherwise, it would have been impossible to create such a terrifying intelligence scroll. But what puzzled Xiao Yin the most was the faint orange-gold flame within the fiery world. When he sensed it with his soul power, it seemed that the moment it touched his soul, the 6 sacred flames within his body instantly solidified, not daring to show even the slightest hint of resistance. Whether it was power or momentum, it was clear that the latter was being suppressed. That flame was simply too strong. The Heavenly Tao Reincarnation Flame has been controlled by the 6 Paths Reincarnation Immortal for countless years. Since the first War of the Heavens, it has been lost to the world. Now that it has resurfaced, it will undoubtedly stir up upheaval across the entire Great Thousand Worlds, Yun Yun said, rising to her feet and looking at Xiao Yin with urgency. Anyone fortunate enough to obtain such a sacred flame, regardless of who they are, will surely soar to greatness. Princess Qianqin added, her expression filled with complexity. Even among the top sacred flames, the differences between the top 10, top 5, and top 3 might seem small, but each rank had distinct power and significance. I've heard that the Six Paths Reincarnation Immortal once killed the sixth extraterritorial evil god. I wonder if it's true. Yao Ling murmured as she recalled some important information. The sixth extraterritorial evil god? Everyone fell silent. Among the evil god-tier powerhouses of the extraterritorial evil clan, even the weakest would possess strength rivaling a human at the fifth reincarnation stage. Moreover, these beings had the full backing of the evil clan, wielding evil weapons that could only be used by evil gods. They would not be easy to deal with. The dangers of the Six Paths Reincarnation Hall are well known, but for this sacred flame, it's worth the risk, Xiao said, his eyes gleaming with an unstoppable confidence. The evolution of the flame mantra had long surpassed the god tier, but Xiao still couldn't make it step into the god tier techniques. There had to be a secret behind this. He believed that the third-ranked supreme sacred flame would be the key to solving the difficulties he currently faced. I called everyone here today to discuss this matter, Xiao continued. The third sacred flame is no trivial matter. Even though our immortal realm has just undergone a huge change, we must still send strong warriors to retrieve it. The heavenly pool of Jade Pool nodded, her gaze shifting to the other immortal realm women present. We will go, Yuru and Yao Ling said simultaneously. They were heading to the Six Paths Reincarnation Hall to find the heavenly stabilizing divine needle to restore the immortal realm. Xun'er, little E, you must return to the endless fire domain immediately. The battle at the center of the immortal realm has weakened the extraterritorial evil clan's forces, but I'm worried they might return to launch a surprise attack on our headquarters. This trip to the Six Paths Reincarnation Hall is bound to be dangerous. It's better to send a few rather than many, Xiao said, directly addressing the heavenly pool of Jade Pool's refusal of Yao Ling and Yuru's request. I will go. The Taiji Heavenly Emperor Sword is already under my preliminary control, and my strength should be able to assist you, Yun said, gritting her teeth. She spoke casually, but her eyes were fixed on Xiao. Yao Ling stays. I will go with you, Yuru said, joining the conversation. The heavenly stabilizing divine needle, which could potentially reconstruct the immortal realm, was an artifact they couldn't afford to miss. Upon hearing this, the others shook their heads. Whether it was their strength or other factors, sending them to the Six Paths Reincarnation Hall clearly wasn't the best choice. Then the three of you will go together. The immortal realm needs people to stay behind and defend, and the endless fire domain needs to be guarded as well. After a brief discussion, the accompanying team was finalized. As for Princess Qianqin, she needed to report the situation to the Fire Spirit clan. Others, although willing, were too weak compared to the top talents of other regions. However, after this battle, whether it was Xun'er, Yuru, or Yun, the reincarnation and their inheritances within their bodies had already started to merge, and their power would soon reach a new level. By the way, there's a restriction on entering the Six Paths Reincarnation Hall due to the pressure of the sacred flame. Only peak reincarnation stage 3 can enter, and anyone exceeding that will be instantly eradicated. And one more thing. I always feel that the sixth extraterritorial evil god is not as simple as it seems, the heavenly pool of Jade Pool added hurriedly before they set off. This is an 8th tier pill, the Revival Mystic Pill. For those below the quasi-4th reincarnation stage, it can instantly restore nearly 70% of their reincarnation power. There is a time limit, however, and only one can be used per month. Take it. Yao Wuchen twisted the storage ring in his hand, and instantly, 3 round and exquisitely crafted pills appeared before several people. Thank you, Senior. Let's go. After Xiao finished speaking, he cast a glance at the deep, mysterious void passage ahead and leapt into it. I really don't know whether this will bring fortune or disaster. The group sighed deeply, and after a round of concerned inquiries, the others also bade farewell and left the immortal realm. Sister-in-law, Kailin, sister-in-law sent a secret message. It said that Senior Feng Wanner has already found the passage to the Dragon Clan, but when entering the passage, Soul Tianhao was erased by a mysterious force, completely obliterating his soul and body. Erased completely? That shouldn't be. Let's go, hurry back. In a distant land, the sky was covered in gusts of dark, dense air and raging winds howled continuously, creating a somewhat eerie atmosphere. The Dark Demon is truly a fool without compare. The Heavenly Emperor too, wasting the 3 great immortal artifacts for nothing. Next, who should we send? The Realm Lord of the Human Realm's central domain, the leader of the extraterritorial clan. Who will win this time? Perhaps soon, the 3 of us will meet again. But by then, will you still remember me? As the voice fell, Sol Tianhao held several mysterious weapons in his hands. Each weapon was unique in shape, yet the fluctuations emanating from them were indistinguishable from those of divine artifacts. Even the mark on his forehead had a mysterious pattern resembling the character 3. The topmost horizontal line faintly emitted a scorching light, accompanied by a slight surge of white flames. His aura exuded an overwhelming power. That fluctuation was unmistakably one of the sacred flames.